Valentine's Day, you know? And I put my Valentine's Day up against anyone's. Like I was talking to this girl at work recently, she's like, no, I had the worst Valentine's Day. This one time on Valentine's Day, this guy I had been dating for 4 years took me out to dinner, and I thought he was going to propose to me. And instead, he broke up with me. I had the worst Valentine's Day. And I was like, Dad, it's pretty bad. But I have had a worse Valentine's Day. Because this one time, on Valentine's Day, I got hit by a car. Doesn't really have anything to do with romance, but still pretty bad, right? Pretty bad? We can agree? You know what's a lot worse than a broken heart? A broken leg. Way worse. Turns out you can't really walk off one of those things. I got good news though, guys. I got good news. I'm going to get married soon. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, right? Awesome. Yeah, my grandma told me so that was nice. Appreciate the heads up. This is true. She sat me down and she was like, listen, it's time you found your soulmate, so I'm going to find her for you. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and based on your answers to those questions, I'm going to find your soulmate. So guys, these are the real questions my grandma asked me in order to find my soulmate. It's real. Question one. Do you want her to be educated? And I went, yes. Because how scary would it have been if I said no? Question two was, okay, well then, do you want her to have long hair? To which I went, how is that question two? And here's why, you guys, because this was question three. Question three. There was no question three, you guys. Those were the only two questions my grandma asked me, and she's like, well, I have all I need to know. I think what happened is my grandma only knows 2 educated women, and one of them got a haircut. I think that's what happened. And I said yes, so I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I think at some point, like an astronaut in a ponytail is going to knock on my door. And I'm just going to be like, well, I said yes, so to the moon. I don't know why that joke ends with me on the moon every time, but it does. I wish I told my grandma the truth, though. I wish I told my grandma the truth, which is that I'm 26 and there's just no way. Like, there's no way. Like, I'm 26. I feel like the only thing I'm ready to do is get divorced. You know what I mean? Like, 26 is the best age to get divorced. Because if you're going to lose half of your stuff, the best time to do it is when you got terrible stuff. Just like, oh, you want half of my stuff? Okay. Do you want my roommate's Netflix account? Or my mother's Netflix account? Because you get one. So, I'll let you choose. I just moved here from New York, and thank you, yeah, hey, one person, good enough. And here's the thing I'm trying to figure out, having moved from New York. Maybe you guys can answer this. We can all agree if you have sex with one woman, you are no longer a virgin. We can agree with this, right? Right? I think the thing I'm still trying to figure out is how many women do I have to sleep with until I no longer look like a virgin. Because it's not one. And as far as I can tell, it's not two. It might be 3. I don't know yet. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Yeah, people give me shit for that, but I have a defense. You have to remember my father got an arranged marriage, right? And his father got an arranged marriage, and his father got an arranged marriage. So when I slept with girl number 2, I became my family's Will Chamberlain. Breaking records all day. I slept with girl number 2, and I became the greatest Casanova my family has known in 1,000 years. The last member member of my family to sleep with 2 women had to wait for the first one to die. So I think I'm doing okay. I was telling that joke in New York recently, and this girl came up to me afterwards, and she was like, "Oh, so would you sleep with a girl who's more sexually experienced than you? Would you ever fuck a chick who fucked 100 dudes?" Yeah, which is a weirdly specific question. But I was like, yeah, of course. Like, I'm not going to judge. Of course I would. I don't care. Live your life. Like, here's the thing. The only time I wouldn't is I would never fuck that chick if she fucked 100 dudes and she was still bad at sex. You know? Because I would never call a woman a whore. I would never call a woman a whore. But I would definitely call her a slow learner. You know what I mean? And that's so much worse. That's so much worse. I went on a date recently. After one of my tours, I went on a date. And it was going well until the middle of the date when I found out she was 19 years old. Yeah, which is gross. And I think the worst part, too, was not just that she was 19, but that she was, like, 19 the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't hiding it. I just wasn't picking up on her clues, you know? Like, she kept giving me all these clues. Like, she was like, "Oh, my God, I have never seen the original Star Wars movies," you know? Or like, "Oh, my God, I turned 20 in November." Like, she was giving me all these clues, and I just couldn't pick up on it. Here's the thing. Sometimes I say that, and people cheer when I say that she was 19 because they're gross. Here's the thing. I'm 26. I do think 26 is the worst age to date a 19-year-old, you know? Because when you're 19 and you're dating a 19-year-old, you're too stupid to realize that all her problems are stupid. Right? And when you're 30 and up and you're dating a 19-year-old, you're too old to care that all her problems are stupid. But when you're 26, you're too busy freaking out that you still have most of her stupid problems. The whole date, you're like, yeah, I am going to die with student loan debt. Order your entree. Like, that's just... Anyway, I went for it anyway, because don't judge me. And we get to my door at the end of the date, and all of a sudden she goes, "Listen, I hadn't told you this before, don't be mad, I can't do this, I have a boyfriend, I can't do this. Yeah, can we just be friends? Yeah." And I was like, "No! You're 19 years old! It is so gross trying to date a 19-year-old. But you know what's worse? Trying to be friends with a 19-year-old. That's so much worse. Guys, 19-year-olds are terrible friends. You know who's a better friend than a 19-year-old? Loneliness. Loneliness is so much